The dust is finally beginning to settle on the long-hidden secrets of Elbaf. That mysterious land shrouded in myths and speculation. Chapter 1153 sets the stage for unveiling its deepest truths with a striking title, The Birth of Loki. From the very first moment, we dive headfirst into an extended flashback tracing the early days of King Harald's reign. We see him as a young man, brimming with passion and rage, standing face to face with a scene that ignites an inner revolution. A woman imprisoned in a circus named Ida, who later is revealed to be the mother of Hyrodryn, one of Elbaf's future giants. Herald rises against injustice and razes the city, holding her captive without hesitation, unaware that his actions stemmed from immature anger. Ida confronts him with a shocking truth. She wasn't a prisoner. She worked in the circus out of loyalty to the villagers who once saved her. This moment becomes a turning point for Harald's character. It teaches him humility and forces him to see the world with newfound clarity. From this lesson, love blossoms in his heart for Ida. He takes her to Elbaf, where he begins to build his dream society, Baf, and lays the groundwork for alliances destined to form a great kingdom. Years pass, and Ida gives birth to their first son, Hyrodryn. But when Herald decides to officially bind his fate to Ida by marrying her, he hits a wall of tradition. The elders of Elbaf reject the union, fiercely guarding the purity of the royal bloodline. They force him to wed Astrid, a woman from the pure Baf lineage, yet eccentric and obsessed with astrology and fortune-telling. That political marriage carries a dark omen. When Astrid gives birth to her son, Loki, she doesn't see the heir she hoped for. Instead, she perceives a dark prophecy. The infant's eyes are split, holding a gaze far from a child's innocence. Terror consumes her, driving her madness to an unforgivable act. She casts her newborn son into the underworld, a place of nothing but loss and fallen beasts. But the boy thrown into hell does not die. Instead, he crawls through darkness and vile creatures, defying fate itself. From birth, Loki seems destined to rebel against prophecy, forging his path toward the light, toward the towering Atom Tree, standing tall like a bridge between earth and sky. There, at its massive roots, the baby Loki struggles to climb, crawling with unbelievable determination toward the castle he was banished from, toward the right that was stolen from him. This final scene strikes deep into our hearts, marking the beginning of an epic saga written in the ink of tragedy and glory all at once. As the leaks have revealed, Loki's childhood was nothing short of a tragedy, a life marked by cruelty, injustice, and deep emotional scars. It's no wonder he came to be seen as cold, ruthless, and devoid of empathy. But the truth is far more complex than anyone imagined. Every accusation pinned on Loki, from being the cause of his mother's death, to burning the village, to even plotting his father's murder, may all be nothing but lies, misunderstandings, or worse, deliberate manipulation. The very mother he was blamed for killing might have actually been murdered by King Harald himself after she cast their newborn son into the underworld. That changes everything. Loki wasn't a monster. He was a victim of a cruel game. He didn't burn the village. In fact, he tried to protect it. He never meant to harm his father. These dark rumors were part of a campaign to turn him into a cursed prince, a legend soaked in blood and disgrace. But what gave birth to this curse? It all began with his eyes, slit like a serpent's, strange and unsettling to those around him. And perhaps that's where Oda tapped into Norse mythology. In those ancient tales, the eyes of giants and demonic beings are said to glow, crack, or weep fire and blood, symbols of divine fury or untamed cosmic power. Take Surtur, the fire giant of Muspelheim. His eyes blaze like molten lava, hinting at his godlike ability to destroy and create. Or Fenrir, the monstrous wolf, whose eyes are described as dripping with black blood, a physical embodiment of chaos and rebellion. Then there are the Jotun, the primordial beings of ice and disorder, whose fractured, leaking eyes mirror their wild elemental origins. Loki's slit, burning eyes aren't just a birth defect. They're a sign, a symbol. They reflect a deeper, ancient force slumbering within him, a power not born of man, but of something older, something forgotten. And what if, just what if, Loki is the reincarnation or vessel vessel of the world serpent itself. Just like Shirahoshi is the embodiment of Poseidon, perhaps Loki is the living echo of Jormungandr, the mythical world serpent mentioned in Harley's book. His eyes, so similar to that of a devilish serpent, add weight to this theory, and Oda may have subtly confirmed this connection. Gabon spoke of Loki's power, and in the latest chapter, Loki himself referenced his ability to defeat the demon Herald using life energy, or spiritual power, the very key to overcoming demons and, more importantly, bypassing Imu's immortality. Oda has long hinted at the depth of Loki's strength and versatility. We've seen him summon lightning from the heavens, and he declared that no one can wield Ragnar. His eyes grant him not just enhanced observation haki, but the potential to manipulate multiple elements, powers that might be called his own personal Odin force. Loki isn't just another warrior, he's something else entirely. A symbol of wrath, mystery, and ancient power reborn. A warrior whose legend is only just beginning.